Hey, welcome everyone to today's episode. Today we are going to make another Czech cream roll, but this time it is going to be flavored like peanut butter cup. So chocolate, peanut butter, goodness.
Yes.
Yes.
And today we're joined by our good friend from the Czech Republic, Tiffany.
Hello.
Hey, Tiffany.
Hi.
I need to ask, have you ever made Czech food?
I've attempted. Attempt is a strong word to use there, but yes, I've attempted.
Yes. And what's your favorite Czech food?
My favorite Czech food is svíčková.
Awesome. And we have a video on that.
Yes.
So if you're interested in seeing the video, we'll put that in the comment section. But now,
let's get cooking.
Yes.
Woohoo. All right, here we have the ingredients for our meringue. We have eggs, sugar, salt, and peanut butter for the flavor.
Our first step is to roll out that dough. This is dough that we made for a different occasion.
It was leftovers, right?
Leftovers. And then we're going to cut it up. So it's going to be in different places.
It's in the fridge. Yeah. So, yeah. And that was buttering, right, Tiffany?
Buttering our molds. And now we're wrapping the dough on those buttered molds and making sure to overlap those layers.
Yes. And you look like a pro doing that. And what are you doing here?
And here we're trying to get a nice glaze with an egg wash.
Yep. And the peanut butter powder, it was a little clumpy. So we sifted that, we meaning you. And I had the sugar going at the same time.
Here we are beating our eggs and adding that sugar, getting a nice whipped meringue.
It looks great. Nice and fluffy. Until
it's really, really good.
We're adding in the peanut butter powder now, and look at that.
It's falling.
But it smelled good, but it lost a lot of its volume here.
But the chocolate chips were tasty, a nice addition. And here we're adding them into the Kremrole. And we had a bit of a challenge with the chips getting stuck in the piping.
They look really good, but you can see the meringue fell a little bit a day later. So we can do way better than this. But to do that, we have to understand the food science of proteins. Those globs are proteins, and when you whip them, it lengthens the proteins, and they start to form a mesh, and they trap water near certain areas and trap air bubbles other places. And then when you add the sugar, just like this, see the sugar adding, it makes those air bubbles just a little more stable and keeps the meringue, nice and fluffy.
So by adding our peanut butter powder to the eggs first, we're trying to make sure that our meringue doesn't fall.
And this is pretty spectacular. What happened, I added the hot sugar, and look at that, it fell. And the reason why is those oils came out of the peanut butter powder and coated the proteins, and it fell just like that. So try 3.
Try 3, you added more sugar to the meringue, right? And then chilled it so it could help keep that nice fluffy texture, and then added the peanut butter powder at the end, right?
Yeah, and look at that. And that meringue texture held up for days, no weeping, and it stayed nice and thick. The Americans Cook Czech taste testers took the episode off, but never fear, these were taste tested with a whole room full of people. And I can say they were pretty much universally loved.
Yes.
What did you think of them?
They tasted like a really good peanut butter cup, like the pastry version of a peanut butter cup.
Yes, and who doesn't love a good peanut butter cup?
This is true. This is true.
Yes. Now, there were some hints too. What were the hints?
Be very careful when you're making the meringue.
Mm-hmm.
Follow the way we did it.
Which is use extra sugar, right?
Extra sugar. Then you have to cool it before adding the peanut butter powder.
Yes, good tips. Yep. Now, if you liked what you saw here, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And until next time,
Dobro
chuť. Bye-bye.